Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about my experience with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, something that I have always been against because I have a history of going on diets and I have a history of trying every diet known to man. And when that happens, I've come across to find that my metabolism was shot to hell. So what the heck is going on? I have not intentionally gotten into intermittent fasting and it seems to be working wonders. So I've been really researching this now. Here's what I found. When I decided to start weight training and such, I jacked up certain macros. As you know, my protein was higher, my carbs were higher, my fat was lower, and I gave my body a rest. I wasn't on a diet. I wasn't on keto. I wasn't on Weight Watchers. I wasn't on Medifast. Wasn't on Wonder Slim. Wasn't on pills. Wasn't on this. Wasn't on that. I literally just ate to feed my body in order to grow some muscle. And that lasted a couple months. And while I think that was going on, my body was healing. My insulin resistance was healing. My cells were healing. My body had a really nice break. With all of that, I think what wound up happening was when I got back into keto 2 weeks ago, my body was like, wow, okay, so we're not using the carbs for energy now. We're going to be using your body fat. And I think because my body had a really good break of a several month period, I think that is what is helping me now with this intermittent fasting. Unintentionally, like I said, I'm a firm believer in nourishing your body and eating every couple of hours because that is what always worked for me and what I found for a lot of my clients worked. Why this is working now, the only explanation I can come up with is that my body had a break. A lot of us join keto or other lifestyles one after the next, back to back. And I think sometimes our body just might need a break from dieting. Like it just does, because I think when we restrict calories, when we restrict food groups, when we restrict, our bodies are sensitive to that. I don't know. That's what I think. And I think when you go off of that and you eat in a surplus, but healthy surplus, our body gets a break. So anyway, intermittent fasting for me has been working the past week straight. When Ashley and Kevin had that car accident on St. Patrick's Day, and I was in the hospital, for a couple days straight, I really didn't have the opportunity to eat. And it was a really good thing that I had started keto the week before, because if I didn't, I probably would have been starving to death. My body was able to go off one meal in those few days, and I've sort of been keeping that, and it's working. And so what I've been doing, I'll let you know. For breakfast, per se, I wake up, I have my coffee, and I have a tablespoon of heavy cream, and I have 1 stevia in it and 1 tablespoon of butter. Now, technically that can break a fast because there's calories, and fasting is no calories. But I am using that just to have that fat from the cream and the butter, just to get me through to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon, that is when I'm having my first meal and sometimes my only meal. And it's a big meal with a lot of calories. Like I could eat like 600 to 700 calories in that meal. And I know that technically that is not enough to sustain me as a 5'4" woman with some muscle and whatnot. 700 calories a day is way too low. But I'm finding if I do that and then later, like around 7 o'clock, have a snack, but with some more calories, so I can at least hit minimum 1,300 calories, I'm okay. And 1 to 2 meals for intermittent fasting is really good. Some people need 3 meals, but within that 8-hour range. So whatever you have to do, just try it. I don't know. A couple of videos back, several months ago, I'm like, nope, can't do it. My body, I just pig out and I get starving. But for some weird reason, it's working this time. And again, I just attribute it to my body having a break. That's all I can say. It's all I can think of. My body had a good break. And now I can dive into this full force. And yeah, so that's my experience with intermittent fasting, guys. Also, I have been watching several videos on it through Dr. Berg. Now, I wasn't a big fan of his early in my keto career, because even he said recently in a couple of videos that some of his material early on might not have been correct. But he owns up to that, and I think that's awesome. But I have been watching some of his intermittent fasting videos and the science behind it, and now that my body seems to be handling it, I'm finding it very interesting. And so, yeah. So if you haven't checked him out, I will leave his link below. I think he's somebody that you should check out. Other than that, pretty much that's it. I would love to hear your story, so if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment below if intermittent fasting has worked for you. Have you tried it? Did it not work for you? What your success was? I would love to hear it. So leave me those comments below, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Stay focused. Bye, guys.